Hello, good evening everyone. How are you all? Fine? Happy? Are you happy? Are you fresh and energetic? Yeah, that's great. So, welcome back to your English class. So, before going on into the session or into the class, let me ask you something. Do you like to see pictures, images, photos, all those things? Are you interested in seeing such photos and images and all? Yes, you are. All right, that's great. So let's see some photos and some images, okay? Just look at those photos and observe them very carefully, okay? So can we look at the pictures? Yes. So here we go. Okay. So what did you see in those pictures? What were they about? Can you tell me? You can make guesses, okay? Just tell me. You can just tell me. Yeah, yes. Someone is left alone, right? Yes. Some people are left alone. Okay. They are being avoided, yes. Yes, of course. So in those pictures, we saw that some people are being avoided. Some people are being left alone, right? They are not being able to come inside the main society, right? They're always being avoided. Yes. So that is something that exists in this world, right? Yes. That is a phenomenon that actually is existing in this world, right? So do you know a word for that? We actually use a word for that. Do you know that? It is known as discrimination. Okay, nothing but discrimination. People are being discriminated on the basis of lots of things. Discrimination is not actually having a single face. It has lots of faces. People are being discriminated on the basis of color, on the basis of caste, on the basis of status, on the basis of ancestry, on all these bases, on the basis of politics. Nowadays it is also there. So there are different modes or different types of discrimination that are existing in our world, right? Yes, lots of discriminations are there, and we can't just limit the meaning of discrimination, right? Yes. So we are now living in Kerala, right? We are all Keralates. So do you think discrimination exists in Kerala? As of now, no. Okay, fine. Beforehand, was there a thing called discrimination in Kerala before, like the 20th century, the 19th century and all? Was there any sort of discriminations there in Kerala? Yes. Yes, there was discrimination. And what was that discrimination? The discrimination was based on caste, right? It was a caste-based discrimination, or the concept of untouchability. Tottukudayama. That is a concept. So that was something that existed in Kerala. The upper caste people and the lower caste people. There was a discrimination like that in Kerala, right? And now, as you told, now it's not there, right? Why? Why is it not there now? Automatically, did everything change? No, right? It didn't change automatically. Then how did it change? There are some people, yes, very good. There are some people who worked for that, who fought for this freedom, right? Can you tell me some names of these people? Do you know someone like that? Yes, you said it. People like Sri Narayan Guru. Or have you heard of Ayyankali? Have you heard of this name, Ayyankali? Actually, Ayyankali is a great leader of Kerala who actually fought for the lower class, lower caste people. He worked hard to remove this concept of untouchability. And at the end, you know what? It really happened. Now, we are all free. Everyone is free. Everyone is equal in Kerala. And thanks to the works or the strikes done by these great people. So, as we told, discrimination is something that exists everywhere, right? In Kerala, its name was untouchability. And people like Ayyan Kali fought for those in Kerala. And this discrimination had different faces in different countries or in different continents, right? If, for example, if I'm saying of the situation of America, can you tell me whether discrimination existed there? Did discrimination exist in America? Did it exist there? Yes, it existed there, right? As you told, in America, a sort of discrimination existed. And do you know what it is? Can we have a look at a picture? Then I think you will be able to answer that. Can we look at a picture? Alright, so here we go. So did you get it now? What sort of discrimination existed in America? Can anyone of you tell me? Yes, it was black and white. Yes, it was based on color. In America, the discrimination existed and it was based on color or race. And this has got a name. Just like untouchability in Kerala, this discrimination in America, the discrimination between the blacks and the whites, it has also got a name. And do you know what it is? It is nothing but racism. So racism is where a discrimination is being done based on the color of people. People's skin color is being looked into. And according to that, a discrimination is being made. Do you know what? The black people in America earlier suffered a lot based on this racism. The white people were always the superiors and the blacks were always considered as the lower class people. They didn't have any rights of their own. അവർക്ക് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് അവകാശങ്ങളും rights, privileges അതൊന്നും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. The blacks were considered as slaves. Slaves ആയിട്ടായിരുന്നു these blacks people were being considered. They didn't have any right for voting right. They didn't have any right for voting. They didn't have any other privileges or rights. All the privileges and all the rights and all the laws were for the white people. നിയമങ്ങളും എല്ലാം എന്തിനായിരുന്നു? White people ഉള്ളായിരുന്നു. The blacks didn't have any access to all these. Okay? So that was the pathetic condition of the blacks. And do you know what? As we told before, in Kerala, people like Ayyan Kali worked for the upliftment of the lower caste people, right? In Kerala, it was Ayyan Kali. Whereas in America, there was actually a person who fought for this freedom, who was actually the starter or the beginner or the initiator. And today, we are going to look into a story. Actually, it's not a story. It is the part of history wherein we can see that the history that I told you, right? The history of racism and the struggle that the blacks had. All those things is connected to this story. And are you interested in seeing how the story is connected to the history? Are you interested in that? Okay, so that's great. So we will be looking at the connection between this story and the history of the blacks in America through this. The name of the story is Rosa Parks Sat Still. The name is Rosa Parks Sat Still. So before going into the story, let's get a brief idea about Rosa Parks. Okay, let's look into the profile of Rosa Parks. So here we go. Rosa Parks, 1913 to 2005, was an African American civil rights activist whom the United States Congress called the mother of freedom movement and the first lady of civil rights. Her birthday, February 4th, and the day she was arrested, December 1st, both become Rosa Parks Day, commemorated in both California and Ohio. Okay, so let's call it a day, and we will be going on to the story in our next class.